Hi there, welcome to the Voyage to the Bottom of the Barrel, number 36. This is the first one that I have hosted, but you've seen me before. My name is Aaron from Call to Cinema, and my job was to torture everybody here as much as humanly possible through eyes and ears with cinema. We'll call it cinema. Anyway, let's invite everyone in one at a time because we got a full house tonight. And we'll start off with Master Chaos. Welcome.
Woo! Hey, man. I'm so excited to have you as an official member of the team, and now here we are on your channel for your first episode, man. Are you stoked? I'm stoked for you.
I am. I'm stoked. I'm nervous. I'm wondering if anybody actually liked these films.
We'll find out.
All right, let's go straight to little Blake. Are you ready, man?
I'm here.
Are we here or?
I mean, yeah, I'm here for the. I had already seen one of these movies like years and years ago, but
things right.
I think yeah, thanks. I think you did good for your first episode.
All right, and we got something new. Welcome, Doc.
Greetings, dear denizens of planet Dirt. It is I, your future alien overlord, Doc Kaiju. No need to bow or grovel. I am but your humble and mighty future alien. Today we will be torturing you with bad movies.
Mm-hmm.
It's a torture. It's welcome, Professor. How it goes?
Hello. This should be an interesting one today.
I'm very curious to see what your thoughts on this is because you got to see Morocco.
Yes.
There.
Or sort of.
We'll get to that. And the incomparable Lady Sasha.
Hello. These
Are you
movies
ready?
happen.
They were films. People made choices.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you're a wrestling fan, I did my Brock Lesnar and I brought the pain.
Oh, yes, I am. I grew up. Side note: I grew up in Connecticut, not too far away from WWE headquarters, and also at one point, my husband used to be a video editor at WWE in Stamford, Connecticut. So I grew up going to like WrestleMania and SummerSlam and all that cool stuff. So I have a WWF pin back when they were WWF.
The real one. Yes, thank you very much. Do you like AW?
Not too tough. Just I did watch a little bit of ECW for a while, and also when I was in grad school, they used to film oh God, what was it called? NXT. Here in Orlando, they started filming NXT, and the grad students used to be able to get in there for free. So we would go like every Tuesday night to watch them tape the NXT, and we used to kind of razz the Uzo brothers and stuff until they made us stop bringing. We used to bring iPads and change our messages on iPads. They made us stop doing that.
One of them became a champion.
Mm-hmm.
Also, a choice that was made that was equally successful as these films. That makes. Are we going to show a trailer? Which one do you want to watch first, guys? Which one do you want to talk about first?
The Moderator.
Well, I mean, Things is kind of like the most famous of these two movies, so maybe we save that as the back half.
Things was your slight reprieve, by the way, guys. Out of these two movies, Things was like your slight reprieve. I knew going in.
It's the opposite for me, but
I knew going in. It was awesome. The trailer of The Moderator, and then you'd be like, "Oh, that won't be so bad," and I'd be like, "I gotcha, I gotcha."
It needs to come with a warning.
It does. Irma Lake, she is an actress. Are we going to watch the trailer? I said that with a straight face.
Are you sure about that?
No, I'm not. Not at all. Okay. Let me see if I can find us the trailer for this one here, guys. You know, Things has the longer trailer.
I believe it. A lot of 80s,
story.
90s
There's much more
movies
going on.
Yeah.
No, it's yet another one where I'm like, all right. So let's find the Moderator trailer.
brought to you by IMDb.
Ta-da.
Now move on to the vicious killing of two girls who were camping together. This is an act of terror.
We have made clear your objectives, and we are willing to help you achieve them.
Are you sure you want to do this?
Long list of grisly murders. Our suspect is actively hunting down young men, all misogynist, who promote violence against women.
It's just the beginning.
Some people believe you have to do bad things to make the world a better place. Everything becomes. Disagree.
What happened when you harassed a girl?
Well, you know she takes a shower
Right.
at least.
Looks amazing, doesn't it, guys? And this is how you know looks can be deceiving. But with that being said, let's start. Let's go counterclockwise. Okay, Lady Sasha, thoughts on the Moderator?
I actually liked seeing different parts of Morocco, but they did one thing that is a huge pet peeve for me that I hate that some movies do. They apply a filter because for some reason they just want, I'm not going to say Americans, I'm going to say USAans. They want us to believe that the sky isn't blue anywhere else except for the US. And so they apply this filter that like mutes the colors. And it was really irritating me when they did the interiors because I know the tile work in a lot of places there is very colorful, but they muted all the colors. And I'm like, why do y'all do this? We know that it's bright and colorful in other countries. Stop the propaganda. Stop it. That was annoying to me. The fight scenes were hilarious, especially the one when she was running down the stairs and she just pretty much popped him in the head with both her shoes. And it worked. That part was funny. What else? Let me look at my notes. I talked about the muted filter. They never explained how the two Scandinavian girls were friends with a Russian girl and why they were attacked while camping and why it's an international incident. That was never explained. And then suddenly they jumped to Miami. And this is the movie that made me realize that Gary Dearden is not the same person as Michael Ealy. Because I really thought that was Michael Ealy until like the halfway point in the movie. And I'm like, wait a minute, I don't think that is Michael Ealy. It's a guy named Gary Dearden. And they have a similar look to me. But I think Gary is the one that had the locks. He had the locks and he was in the Janet Jackson video.
Yep. Yeah, I had the same thing.
Mm-hmm. But I feel like they could have slowed it. I mean, not slowed it down. They could have sped it up a little bit as far as the action, because I found myself being really, really bored, and it was a struggle to kind of get through the movie. It looked better than what the story was. Like the locations look great, the clothes look great, the dialogue not so great. But yeah, it for what it was, and they made it seem like they didn't have a high budget, but they made it look like they had a higher budget than when they had. And I think that's kind of a talent in itself. That's my initial thoughts. I'll circle back around with like more thoughts when we give our ratings.
All right, you gave it way more credit than I did. So that much. So, Irma did good then. Professor, what are your thoughts?
Okay, so first off, I've got to give a shout out to Robert Knepper, who no matter what he does, he never does anything bad. He is a fantastic actor, and even in a terrible movie, he still brought an A game. Outside of that, okay, so I have a theory that this was originally meant to be two movies that they decided to make one. Because they had two main characters. They had the lady cop and the model influencer. And it's like, oh, both of these are sort of similar. So let's just squish them together and then we can make a full, 90-minute movie instead of like two 75, 80-minute movies. And both stories lost out because of it. Because neither of the characters was fleshed out in a way that would make you, care at all. I liked seeing the parts of Morocco that we got to see, but you said you were pretty upset because we got to see the airport at the beginning, and then the woods, and that's about it. I mean, some of the areas in the woods, they looked really nice.
There's so many nice places they could have shown, man. That went in.
And because there's a big bazaar in the city with the airport, isn't there?
There's the Medina area. Yeah. It's around, I guess, like closer, not close, around like 20 minutes away from me, because I live in the area where a lot of this was filmed at. Actually, Robert Nepper, I almost met. We're supposed to go for lunch one day, but I didn't. I missed out on it, actually. But it was. I think I was here when this was shot. Actually, I think I was here at that time, or he was coming back for like a second round. Not sure if it was like. But yeah, it was. Things were shot here. I just feel like if you came to like when I lived in Newfoundland and you shot everything in my backyard rather than actually for the scenery, that was my biggest issue. See, when I watched this first, guys, I was home in Canada and I'm trying to convince my dad to visit Morocco. So I show him this movie. Hasn't worked. He's not here yet. So I have a personal beef. Any more thoughts? I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No worries. But yeah, it's just it dragged in spots. There was, like I said, there's no real character development. The guy from CSI, what is this? Gary Dordan. He did a good job, but he's also got enough. He spent enough time on like CSI and stuff that he's got a bit under his belt, and I mean he did the best with what they gave him. But yeah, the movie it was dull. It was bland. There wasn't anything that really stuck out about the movie. And I was kind of excited when it started because it started with the alarm clock going off and, a very attractive woman started doing yoga. And I was like, hey, okay, I'm all for this. And then she opened her mouth and I was like, oh, this is not what I signed up for. And yeah, and then it just continued on from there, and it just went downhill. But I'll probably have some more on the second time around.
All right, Doc, what do you think, man?
All right, so this movie it had an interesting concept, but very terrible execution. Seemed like it at some points it was trying to be kind of like softcore SA porn while being rated PG-13. Yeah, it had some potential. It looked good. They did the thing. They made a movie, and it was Saban, so my expectations were low. I knew it was going to be low budget, but the writing was just bad. And the whole entry into the vigilante pyramid scheme, it didn't make a whole lot of sense. There should have been more of a process, but then again, those kind of pyramid schemes, they often just take anyone off the streets. I mean, I've done a couple of them. Candles, potions, high-grade weaponry. I could go on. But one thing I noticed since I was watching it with captions was the cringy dude. His hit song or a recent hit song was called System Graping, we'll call it, and the subtitles changed it to Psycho Wrecking. I don't know if maybe they heard it and were like, no, that can't be right. They couldn't have said that. It has to be Psycho Wrecking. So
I was going to mention how he ruined a perfectly good beat with his singing.
I'm glad you brought that up, actually.
Did anybody else notice that when he was recording his music, his mouth did not match the words that were being sung at all?
I didn't even notice.
I did not.
I didn't notice, but I did notice that I hated the world a little bit more afterwards. That guy does not look like a fucking rapper. Oh my god, how fucking dumb.
No, not at all. Not in the least.
So stupid. Damn it. Okay. Sorry, Kaiju, continue.
So the dude that was kind of like his helper, who also hosted videos online, he was just really naive about this, vigilante chick that he's just given a tour to, and all the suspicious stuff she's saying, and the whole way she left there. Oh, and that line, "There's no toilet paper. Let's go." That by itself gets it 1 barrel from me. But yeah, the fight scenes were entertaining. She got thrown around a lot, which was refreshing, but also surprising, and made me wonder about whether or not she should be in this game.
All right,
And I give it off to you.
Blake, my man.
Yeah, this was a slop chop barrel of bullshit. I fucking hated this fucking movie, and literally the music. I think I sent it in the group chat when I was watching the scene where he was doing his stupid ass rap shit. It was ridiculous. There was no way to take any of the rest of the movie seriously after that. After that, it was out. But it sucks because you watch the trailer, and I genuinely believe that they could have had a decent movie if they had a better budget, better writers, better actors, better plot. Like, it would have been great. If they would have just changed every single thing about it, it would have been a good movie. I hated this fucking movie. And it opened fine. Like Professor said, yeah, show me a chick doing yoga while she's, that's a good opening. And then she just sucked. She sucked so much ass. I swear, I hated it. And I thought this was going to be the good one, and maybe it is. I'm not saying that the other one's better, but it was just a mess. It just felt incompetent. Like, they made it so shitty. It needed a better filmmaker, and I think it could have done more. It could have been better choreography, better. There's just. I just really wanted this one to be good.
I'm sorry, man.
The cover art is so fucking perfect too. Like, I'm like, that's my kind of movie. I would have watched that, and just randomly one day, if I saw that cover art, I would have put that on. I would have turned it off halfway through, but I would have started it as soon as that guy started doing his stupid ass song. That guy looks like he's 45. What the fuck was that? That was so fucking random and weird. Hated it.
Oh man, you're killing my future career goals. I was thinking about taking on rapping on the side.
His whole character is weird. He's a golfer. He's a rapist. He's a rapper. Like, what is this? What even is this?
Some would call him a rapist.
Yeah, a rapist.
A rapist.
And that golf scene was really, really cringy. Like, the interaction between him and I guess the guy who's supposed to be his manager, I guess.
Gayer?
It was creepy. It was not good. Neither of them can act either. So it just made it even worse.
Also, who came up with the fucking ending? It's just over. It's just over. What the fuck?
Made run on money.
So bad.
Master Chaos.
Okay. Well, you might be surprised to hear me say this. This wasn't terrible. Now, I'm coming from the school of independent filmmaking and knowing how to work with your budget and trying to make things look better than they are and doing your best to make as good a movie as you possibly can under the circumstances. So I sympathize with the filmmakers. They tried their best. And look, under the circumstances, it all kind of works. Now, hold on. I'm going to explain what I mean. All the ingredients are there. It looks professional. Technically, it looks great. It looks like a movie. The editing is really good. There's some solid actors. Robert Knepper, I'm a massive fan. Who doesn't love Teabag? Amazing.
Yeah, for sure.
Amazing. He's great in anything. I don't know how they got him for this, but whatever. Maybe he needed a vacation in Morocco. Yes, the lead sucked, but I'm guessing, and I know this happens a lot, especially nowadays, I'm guessing she brought the money. I'm guessing she was an investor or her dad was an investor. Hey, I will give you $500,000 to make your movie, but my daughter has to be the John Wick character. Because I'm pretty sure that was not written for a girl. I'm going to guess that was written for a man. They brought the money. Okay, it's a girl now. Oh, she has a Russian accent. Okay, whatever. And that's the only reason. The only reason, because she doesn't get naked in the movie, so they didn't cast her for, that. She's not a good actor. So I would say 100% that's why. Allegedly. I can't obviously because I don't know, but that's my feeling on why she's the lead and how this movie got funded. And then, of course, you throw SAG actors in there that people kind of know to help out with sales. I don't know that Robert Knepper really sells anything, but at least you got some decent actors in here to help it along. Where the movie falls apart for me is the plot. This thing made fucking no sense to me. It's like, I feel like I was like watching one of those puzzles where you had to like look at it for like 30 minutes to see a sailboat. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? I seriously don't know what the hell happened in this movie. It was called The Moderator. I'm like, why is it called The Moderator? And they kept saying that this lady had a blog or something, but then she was it's like, wait, the assassin girl has a blog. Wait, how did she know the girls that were killed in the beginning? What's going on? Wait, why do the FBI or whatever the fuck Robert Knepper's people are, why do they care about the rapping guy? Wait, the rapping guy owns websites that like show extreme stuff? Wait, what's happening? Wait, okay, why did she kill that guy? The whole thing made no sense to me. I just could not, for the life of me, put this movie together. And I think that's the biggest issue for me. It looks like a movie. It's got actors in it. But story-wise, it felt like it almost felt like the writers of Things made an action movie. Like, that's what it felt to me. Like, the people that's like, oh, man, Things is awesome. You know what we should do? Let's make an action movie in Morocco, man. And this is what they made. It was just nonsense. And I was going to save this for the end, but since Blake brought it up, the movie just kind of stops. It was one of those things where, like, you're setting up this one character, the fucking rapping guy, and you're like, okay, so I guess he's the bad guy, but, his biggest scene was forcing a girl to lick his ass. Like, what the fuck? What? Give me a rim job. What the fuck is happening? What is happening right now? How does this guy connect to the assassin moderator? I am so confused. And then, spoiler alert, he just gets shot in the head off camera and he falls down and cut the credits. What happened? Who killed him? Was it the lady? How is that lady connected? I'm so confused. This was narratively a mess. Aaron, you certainly found a gem, a very special gem with this one. So thank you for bringing it to us as your first film, buddy.
Well, you know what? I'm going to give you a little bit. This actually was written for her. She worked on another film previously with this, with Jordan and with Knepper. And the guy that wrote that film wrote this one. So she produced this. This is supposed to be, I
she
think,
produced it. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like a feminist film. Yeah. But you know what I thought when I watched this movie? And for some of you guys, you're gonna know right away because you guys know your bad movies. She's like a modern day Renee Harmon. So,
oh yeah.
Like from the Vice. Like, oh, she's really attractive, and then she speaks and she tries to act. And I'm like, oh my god, this is like Renee Harmon, but like even worse. Acting ability.
No, Renee Harmon's worse, but close.
I don't know. I
don't know about that.
Debate that one, man.
She's horrible.
That's a bold statement.
At least this girl was pretty. Renee Harmon, I couldn't even look at her. Sorry, but
she had like an acting class. Renee Harmon had an acting class.
Well, it was a mistake to go to that class. If you went there, you didn't get very far.
If you want to see like those actors, watch the movie Hell Riders because her acting class is filled in that movie.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway, I did not like this movie. I want a Moroccan type of film, but I do want to bring a good one. I got some future doozies, by the way, just so you know. But yeah, this was not one for me. She was very attractive. The whoever did the trailer, kudos, because you could sell people on that trailer. Malcolm mentioned it sounds like it's a Steven Seagal movie, and I hate Steven Seagal films, but this is worse. And
You hate all Steven Seagal movies, or
now,
just
look,
like
most
post,
like there's a couple
the
like
Feast?
3-letter name early ones that I like, and Under Siege one.
Please tell me Marked for Death.
Mark for Death. Mark for Death.
That's my
Yeah.
favorite.
Yeah.
Which one is William Forsythe? Is that Mark for Death? Or is
I
that,
don't know. I know
that's
Marked for
good.
Death is the one with the fake Jamaicans in it. That's hilarious.
Was William Forsythe hard to
Screwface.
kill?
Yeah,
thought
yeah,
it
that's-
was-
Yeah, hard to
Outlaw.
kill.
It's hard to
Yeah.
kill. Okay.
Yeah.
All
But
right.
yeah, I hate Steven Seagal, but this was, yeah, I don't know. She's more attractive than Steven Seagal. There's that. But no, this is not a good movie. The trailer, watch the trailer, guys, and that'll be like, oh man, if you leave there, you leave with like your innocence. Your innocence is still there if you've only seen the trailer. Once you see the movie, you know you can't take that back. You can't get those 9 minutes back. But Lady Sasha, you're ranking your score.
I'm giving it 1 barrel for the location and 1 barrel for her soliloquy about SA victims, because she memorized that. And a lot of the stats that she said were kind of true. Well, at the time, there's been, certain developments, but the unprocessed rape kits, that was a true stat
Yeah.
that she was talking about. So kudos to her for memorizing that whole soliloquy. And also, she really did try. I want to know if that was her on a motorcycle, though, because if it was, I think that's kind of cool. Because motorcycles are scary to me. I have fallen off of regular pedal bikes, that's why I've never gotten on a motorcycle. So if that was her on a motorcycle, I also give her extra credit. So I would give it 2 barrels.
To her credit, I think it actually was.
Yeah.
Because she was really all in on this. So like,
Mm-hmm.
hopefully she'll do something down the road that's better than this. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Or she just
this
stop
wasn't-
acting. That would be good. too.
She should stay producing though. Put somebody else on that can act and just be a producer. There's nothing wrong being a producer. And it's do a little cameo. Lots of producers do a little cameo in the background.
I think part of the lack of nudity, guys, for those who were like upset about that, like Flake, is basically 'cause it was shot in Morocco. So
Oh
there
yeah,
may be
that's
right.
well. I'm sure Bully got it what he wanted from the very first scene in Things.
We'll get to that too, by the way.
The hottest.
Oh no!
I have trivia on that. Professor, what's your score, man?
Okay, so for Robert Nepper, I'm going to give this a barrel. That's all I got for this one. There's everything else about the movie was so just.
Erotic?
Sometimes what's that?
It was erotic for you.
No. So I don't understand why somebody wants to make a movie that's completely bland and completely generic. Like there was action, and it was kind of fun to see some of the fight scenes, but you could also see, I feel like they put that together like 5 minutes before they decided to film it. And which is okay, I guess, because if you don't have the budget to work out an actual choreography, it can be a problem. But some of it didn't work well. And I think part of it though, like the fight scenes that she had with Hakeem in the woods, I think they were nervous about falling onto the ground in places because they were really soft about how they fell. And I know a lot of movies that have a little bit bigger budgets, they will hide pads in the ground and like cover it with dirt so that it's a little softer for them to land on. And I don't think they had that. And I think that's why they were a little leery of the falling within their fight scene there. But yeah, it's so bland. It's so just, it exists and I don't hate it, but I also don't like it. So yeah, 1 barrel.
All right, that fight scene, by the way, made me cry. Tears came out of me watching the fight scene. I was laughing at stuff. Doc, your score, man.
Well, the movie looked good. It had some potential, and some of the cast was decent. So I'll give it 1 barrel for that. And I mean, so I'm going to give it 2 barrels altogether because it had a couple of lines that were that were fun. And that scene where the chick didn't want to give him a rim job, that was pretty amusing because I did not expect him to ask for that. Uh, but so yeah, I'll give it 2 barrels.
Oh, wow. Okay, so Bullet Blake.
Okay, so Robert Nepper, he's worth a barrel. Like, he's worth a barrel. At least he gives some, like, he's like the saving grace of the movie to me. The opening yoga scene is worth half a barrel. The oh man, but I'll take away a half barrel because of that fucking little rap song bullshit. There's just no way. There's no way. It's such ass. I'm gonna go with just a barrel. Yeah, just a barrel for this one. Because Robert Nepper's in it. If he wasn't in it, it'd be fucking 0. But 1 barrel.
Okay. Master Chaos.
Okay. Look. This is more disappointing than anything because I think there was a potential to have something good here. I think they tried to do an American movie, as best as they could. In a side tangent, last night I went to the premiere of a new Asylum movie called President Down. It's on Tubi right now. I'm not advertising it, but it is on Tubi. It just came out. They had a screening. I got to be in the theater with Lorenzo Lamas. I didn't get a chance to meet him, but he was there. Also, Martin Kove was there, but I didn't get a chance to meet him either. But anyway, besides
He's in the movie?
No, his son is. But
fucking Lorenzo Lamas is up on the list for me. I fucking love Lorenzo Lamas.
Lorenzo's in the movie. But Martin Kove isn't. He just came there to see his son. But it's funny because Lorenzo's in the movie, but I didn't recognize him. I'm like, where the fuck? I saw his name in the credits. I don't know who he played. He's in the movie somewhere. He looks very different.
He doesn't look anything like he looked in the 90s. Nothing.
No. He's not Renegade at all.
Yeah, no. Renegade's one of the greatest TV shows of all time. Yeah.
Well, let's not get too. Let's get crazy.
So good. So good.
It's all right.
Never heard
But that movie is almost exactly like Moderator. It's got all the right ingredients. It's got relatively well-known faces. David Chokachi, of course, everyone remembers him from Baywatch. Lamas, as I mentioned, Gail O'Grady. So there's familiar faces. But that movie had the same problem: pacing and story. While the Asylum movie is a little more cohesive, like as to what's happening, it still had that bland lack of intensity of energy that the Moderator suffers from. And I think, and again, I'm being nicer to this movie because I understand how hard it is to make a movie like this. I don't know how difficult it is to make a movie in Morocco. If it's easier when it comes to permits and all that shit, but it's difficult to try to pull off a big Hollywood movie, trying to do a big action spectacle on very little money with very little time. The Asylum movie had 12 days. I don't know how many days this movie had. For me, again, it really just needed another rework of the script. And I think you're right, Professor. They did not at all have time to really probably block out the fights and choreograph. That was probably a thing like, holy shit. Okay, so let's fight this guy. Okay, so I'll throw you like this and you grab me like that. Because that's kind of what you have to do. You don't have months of rehearsals. You don't get to put your actors through boot camp or whatever for them to bulk up or whatever. Some of these actors probably got hired days before shooting. So, all that being said, I cut the movie some slack, but it still made absolutely no fucking sense to me. And I never want to watch it again, nor will I ever watch anything this director makes. I don't know, I actually forgot his name, so maybe I'll end up watching him like, fuck, it was that guy, shit.
I watched it twice for this show.
Did you? Oh my god. I'm gonna give it 2 barrels because I feel like they tried their best, and maybe they were just handed a script like, this is a script, you got to do it, and good luck, and they knew enough to get somebody like Robert Nepper, who's a serious actor, who's solid and will give you some flavor and give you some character, which was missing from the Asylum movie. Everybody was so bland and dead that it just felt uninteresting. This at least, and that actor whose name I don't remember, but the Michael Ealy guy, he was good too. And like these are solid actors doing their best. It's just a piece of shit story that is a mess. And at least I got to see Morocco, 2 barrels from me. Aaron?
All right, so Morocco is a major place for filming action films. Well,
Oh, wow. Okay.
Mission Impossible, Prince of Persia, the Hot Wheels movies coming out. That's filmed there. Actually, I almost got to see John Cena, actually. But yeah, the girl that directed this film mostly produced this film. She's not normally a director, and I think she hasn't directed anything since this. I think she's gone back to producing. I wonder why. But for me, it's I'll give it a half barrel because for the yoga scene, I'll give it a half barrel for that, and I'll give it a half barrel for that. Let's be really careful how I fall when I fight sequence of the film. That's where I go. I can't give it any barrels for Morocco because my major crime is coming here, filming a movie and not utilizing when there's so much that you can utilize. Like as far as like it comes the filming stuff, there's been movies done on my street. It's really easy actually to get like permits and stuff like that here. But that's why I do film here so much. Yeah, it's a one. It's a one for me. So I got some 2s. I'm surprised, but you made some good points for those 2s. Just for me, it was a movie. I experienced it. I don't want to experience it again. And but I wish Irma Lake was a better actress. I really do. I really wish she was a better actress. Maybe she's getting lessons. Maybe she's going to Renee Harmon's acting class now, and she's going to like get better with that. But we have another film. Are you guys ready to see the trailer for this film?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
It's a longer trailer, so bear with me. But there's pain. This was shot in Ontario, in Toronto, Ontario, where I actually one of the years I grew up in. And got to go to YouTube for this one because
Make it bigger. Oh, what the hell?
Good job, MC.
What the hell? That's weird. We can't see it, Aaron.
There it goes.
There we go. Are we listening to the audio through your speaker? Is that what's happening? Because it's sounding kind of crackly on my end. Does anybody hear it weird?
Yeah, it sounds weird to me.
Uh-oh, Aaron.
hey. What the hell, guys?
Those are some things.
I know.
That's the best part of the movie, right there.
Oh no, what did I do? We're being sought after in a nationwide manhunt.
This is torture, dude. Just stop.
That lady is false advertisement. There's no manhunt.
Aaron, I think people get the picture.
I think we'll leave it there. That's enough.
Yeah.
We've seen enough. We've seen too much, actually.
Tapping
Did we lose
out.
somebody?
No.
Sasha was like, "I'm out."
She had a power surge. She'll be back in a moment.
Okay. Oh my God. So sorry about that. I did not get to see the trailer ahead of time, as you can tell. That is 1989's Things, done by Barry J. Gillis. This is not the worst film he's made. Kid you not?
This was
Barry
fun.
didn't direct it though.
I have much trivia on this film, by the way, because for those that don't know, I was going to write a book on exploitation. I did a lot of research on that and this film in particular because I had a whole chapter on it. But with that being said, we'll start over with Master Chaos. What did you think of 1989's classic Things?
You know, I used to like Canada. Yeah, Are You Afraid of the Dark? Goosebumps. They were all filmed out there. The first 4 or 5 seasons of X-Files. But
Okay, I can't hear anything. What the heck?
Hey, lady, we see you.
We can hear you.
Okay, hopefully she'll come on through. Anyway, I owned this through Sovereign. They put this out on DVD a while back, and I picked it up because it's one of those, you know,
Intervision titles.
Yeah, it's one of those well-known movies that you hear about. You know, Things. Have you seen Things? You gotta get fucking Things. So I got it, and I'd watched it. I think I've seen it at least twice in the past. But upon revisiting, I had forgotten how absolutely fucking insane this movie is. Like, it is hands down bonkers, like maniacally insane. To the point I'm like, am I watching a different? I watched it off of Tubi. I didn't watch the DVD. I went to because I'm assuming it's the same thing, but I started the Tubi version. I'm like, is there a different cut? I don't remember this movie being so fucking weird. Like, this is weird. There's so much of it was just. I mean, look, this is like 90 minutes. The first 30 minutes, just throw it right in the fucking trash. Nothing happens. It's just 2 fucking idiots hanging out in the most disgusting kitchen, talking about the most mundane fucking bullshit. Oh, I'm gonna take my jacket off, man. It's so hot. I wanna put my jacket in the fridge. What are you doing, dude? Why are you doing that? What's happening?
It's not a Canadian thing, by the way. Just so you know.
Okay. They're like, oh, let's go watch TV. Yeah, I got that station that gets the bestiality channel. Oh, man, that's great. What the fuck? What is happening? What is this movie? It literally, especially after seeing Moderator, because I watched this one second, I'm like, man, these movies pair well together because they're both so nonsensical and they're both such an interesting interpretation of the art form. One is trying to mock, or not mock, but I guess copy, mimic a big Hollywood movie. And Things is trying to be Evil Dead, trying to be this, creepy, indie cabin in the woods kind of horror thing. And they're both going about it in the most insane ways possible. Things is a mess. It is absolutely excruciating to watch because it's so undetached from reality. There are parts of the movie and like they kept that in, and that felt like a blooper. Like, why did they include that? I feel like it was just these 2 guys talking, but that had nothing to do with the plot of the movie, and it doesn't connect to what's happening over here. But they just threw that in there, or a character will just turn to the camera and go, "Mah!" I'm like, what the fuck? What's happening? Why did that happen? And okay, we should probably say what the movie is. We didn't really talk about what the Moderator was. We didn't really give a plot for that.
The plot.
A plot.
The
So,
plot.
in Things, this is what I think Things is about. Maybe we can all give our own versions of it. Things is really about the patriarchy, and the systemic downgrading of Canadian culture. No, it's 2 guys go over to a friend's house to hang out, and the friend has somehow, has impregnated his wife, who wears a monster mask, and she gives birth to things, and they're like centipedes or some shit, like alien centipedes. And then the guy's like, "Oh yeah, my wife's pregnant with centipedes or something," and the guy's like, "Oh man, no way!" And then they have to kill the centipedes. That's what I think Things is about. I may be completely wrong, but that's what I got from it. I think it's trying so hard to be this gory, weird cult movie. And I mean, it does achieve that status. It is that. But the movie itself is the kind of movie that I think would give David Lynch a headache because it's so fucking weird. It's so fucking. There's so many things that don't connect. That I think even David Lynch would be like, "Fuck, turn this shit off," because it's so fucking strange. You can't. Like, I can't even. I can give you lines and things that happen, but you have to watch the movie to see how things just don't add up. There's never a moment where I thought, "Hey, this is really cool. Or this is really interesting," or "Wow, there's some merit here." I just felt the whole thing was botched, just a complete disaster. Funny side note, I reviewed this on Letterboxd. 1 hour later, Barry J. Gillis liked it. Barry's the writer. He's not the director though. Apparently, the director's some guy named Andrew. But maybe you know more about the backstory on that, Aaron. I know you did some research on it.
It's
complicated.
Okay,
Okay.
we'll get to
All right, that's it for my opening thoughts.
Blake.
Okay, yeah, this was a dumpster fire to streamline it a little bit. I'm just gonna read my Letterboxd review because that'll get my point across a little bit better. So, starting off, this isn't just a bad movie; it's the cinematic equivalent of food poisoning. Shot on what looks like a malfunctioning camcorder, it drags viewers through an endless swamp of incoherent dialogue, migraine-inducing lighting, and special effects that make a kindergarten paper mache project look like Hollywood wizardry. Every scene feels like it was stitched together by someone who had never seen a movie, but had vaguely heard one described at a bar. Random scenes in random places with random shit happening randomly. Just stupid. The acting is so wooden. It's a fire hazard. The plot dissolves into gibberish within minutes. Like literally the first half hour of this fucking movie. What the fuck were they doing? Just cut that into 4 minutes time, and you can keep my attention a little bit better. But it isn't just one of the worst horror movies ever made. It's a sustained assault on anyone unfortunate enough to sit through it. I hated this. This is one. I mean, it's not as bad as MC's picks from the other day, but it is bad. It is so fucking bad. It is worse than The Moderator. No, and honestly, I remember it being differently because I did see it before, and I remembered it not being so loathsome because holy shit, I hated watching it this time. I hated it. And I think if I wouldn't have revisited it, I would have been like, oh yeah, I've seen that. That's all right. That's all right. Fuck no, it's not. Ass, trash, garbage. It is bad, okay? Bad.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I thought I liked this movie.
No way. Like
PTSD, man.
Yeah.
Your thoughts on things?
I thought it was awesomely bad. I thoroughly enjoyed it, but I cheated. I watched it at 1.5 speed because I watched it right before coming on the show, and I was thoroughly entertained. The lines were surprising to say the least. The dialogue was so bad. Like, I don't know if it was intentionally written to be bad. I'm kind of hoping it was. It felt like it was a movie that like teenagers put together and recorded on like their home camera, with pretty much the same budget that a family might be able to come up with. For what it was, I found it entertaining. There were parts of it that I thought were actually creepy, like the main characters mentally unwinding. I mean, they were all just nuts. I feel like his family was just off, but the story didn't make sense. So was it the doctor? Was it the weird stuff they found in the freezer where they thought it was a good place to put their jackets? I'm not quite sure. So what exactly was going on? I don't know. And then we have the news lady, and she's telling a completely different story than what we're watching. Like, apparently they escape. Don and Doug escape, and they're seen at a motel, and they tell whoever finds them to get lost. What? That doesn't happen in the movie. So, but, yeah, it was fun but terrible. It was awesomely bad.
Right. Professor.
Okay, so this movie is what happens when you get a group of people together who are obsessed with Evil Dead and want to make a movie and have no talent to make a movie. They are passionate about what they are doing, but the movie itself is an acid-induced fever dream that leads you to nowhere. I was not a fan of this movie. I did not like this movie. I did not enjoy going through it. I spent half the movie, well, not quite half, but I spent about a third of the movie fast forwarding certain parts just so I could get past the downtime because there's so much. Like, it felt like they were padding it so much. And then the version that I found also ended with like 20 minutes left in the video. And I was like, what the heck is going on? And it's like 12 minutes of credits, which was not necessary. And then like fucking like, I don't know if it was like meant to be scenes that weren't actually used because they were screwing up, even though what they did use was a big screw up anyway. Like, I was not enjoying the movie. I would rather pluck out my eyeballs with rusty glass than watch this again. I will never recommend this. I am not watching this again. I was not a fan.
All right. Lady Sasha.
Full disclosure, this is a kind of a guilty pleasure of mine, and I know I have nostalgia goggles for it, but I have to explain. As I said earlier, I grew up in a small town in Connecticut. It was so small, to this day, still does not have a Target or a Walmart. I think we just now got a Starbucks, and that was excitement. But what my town did have was 4 video stores and 4 public libraries that also had video rentals, or you could check them out at a library. And I was around 14 years old when I discovered Things. And they had a whole section. It was this one mom and pop video store. I think it was called Video Magic. They had Things. They had Black Devil Doll from Hell. They had Redneck Zombies. And there's another one, Feeders. And I was just on this little, I guess, hyper focus for a hot second on VHS horror. So Things, I remember it being a lot better when I was 14 compared to watching it now. Now I'm like, why did I think this was so great? I really thought it was great back then, though. The effects were pretty good. The music, I wrote my notes, it is comparable to the music that's in Black Devil Doll from Hell. It's like this, like the Casio presets. If you guys are old enough to remember the Casio keyboard, you would hit the little button and had preset beats in it. That's what the music was like. I did write my notes. Yeah, I wrote my notes. Does Things want to be Evil Dead, Alien, or Deadly Spawn? Because it's like doing all 3 of those things at the same time. I still to this day appreciate the practical effects. I liked it. Even the little plastic eyeball that they were digging out of the corpse, I like that better than any CGI. I'm sorry. I'm always going to be a practical effects. Even bad practical effects are better to me than bad CGI. So, yeah. I did see that the music was done by a group, Strychnine, which is an interesting name. But yeah, it does not hold up to my adult brain. As a teenager, this was great. As an adult, I'm like, what the hell was I thinking?
It's one I think you got to follow.
Oh, and I do have one question. The newscaster lady, is she a porn actress? Because she's a porno actress.
That's Amberlin.
Okay.
Things came out the year I graduated from high school. I remember seeing this movie. You're right, Barry J. Gillis accent, like produced it, didn't direct it. He directed another film, which make him on this show one of these days, because I'm a sucker for punishment, especially punching you guys. Now, this is considered the worst Canadian film ever, to the point that the Riff Tracks guys said this is the worst movie that they ever did. The Riff Tracks guys said this is their worst film. They don't want to redo it. So it has that going for it right there. The film starts with a sort of ritual with a a prostitute wearing a mask. I'm not joking. She was actually a prostitute that they hired
Oh, wow.
for the nude scene. If the Amber Lynn sequences looks very different, it's because they were filmed somewhere else
Mhm.
and they're better directed than the rest of the film. Yeah, she's just reading things off cue cards, and they put her in there. You know, you got a nude scene, you've got a porn actress, and you don't put those two things together. That's a major mistake.
It's too much like right.
Like, I'm pretty sure wasn't Amber Lynn the one they hired for that other movie, like Evil Town or something like that, where to do like that scene because you need to put a nude scene in there. But yeah, no, this is one I remember from my youth. I make everybody that comes to my house watch this movie for the first time if they haven't seen it. If this ever gets put on Blu-ray or 4K, screw that company.
Why would you do such a thing?
Yeah, because you'll be ripping us
Go
out.
back to your house after?
This belongs on DVD and nowhere. That's the ceiling for this movie. If you see this movie like Blu-ray, run in the other direction really quickly. It is not a great.
Wait, Malcolm's in the chat. I could swear that TerraVision put this out on Blu-ray. I could swear.
What would be the purpose?
On Blu-ray? Why?
Why?
I'm gonna look that up, but I could swear that TerraVision put it out. I'm like, why are they putting fucking
Like,
things
I know
out?
they did Sledgehammer, which was baffling,
I'm
but
gonna
why
look
the
that
hell
up.
would they do things? Neither one of those movies should ever be on Blu-ray.
All right, sorry, continue. I'll look it up, and if I find it, I'll let you know.
But it's an unusual film. There's a dream sequence. First time I remember hearing about this movie outside of seeing it was my dad said, we were chatting one day, we're talking about like really bad movie experiences. And he said, I remember this movie. I said, I can't remember the name of it, but there's a sequence where this guy's almost got his entire body like eaten and stuff. And he calls out, hey, get me to the hospital. They can put my limbs back on. That's something they can do nowadays. That's things. Remember the scene?
Mm-hmm.
And that weird sandwich eating scene took around 3 or 4 days to make because those 3 people were not in that same scene together. So credit there, because I did not know that when I watched the film, by the way. But nope, those 3 people are not in the same scene together at the same time. None of them are all there together. That's why Buddy goes out to get like that, and they put like some kind of insects in his bread sandwich, because who has like just 2 slices? There's nothing in the sandwich, by the way. There's no butter or anything on it. It's like 2 slices. It's like a bunch of slices of bread with nothing on it. There's no way he's not going to know because it's just fucking bread. But yeah, there we go. It's a chaos.
So TerraVision did not put out the movie, but they did put out the soundtrack on cassette. So if you're a fucking idiot and you want to buy it, go ahead, $13.
Wow.
It's available for you. Man, things. I mean, this was a movie when we started Voyage. This was a movie I knew would eventually show up here. It is absolutely a disaster of cinema, and in a way that it's kind of all the bad things. Lady Shasha, you mentioned one of my favorite movies of all time, Feeders. That's a movie not good in any way, but I have a fond memory of watching that movie with Brother Chaos, who I started Voyage with, and it's a terrible movie, but it means something to me. So I have a special place in my heart for that film, and I think that's aged well. This is the kind of movie which is kind of reverse, where I discovered it, and I think I might have seen it like at a convention or something, because I remember seeing it with a lot of people and it being kind of like a fun party movie. But seeing it by yourself, it's an absolute torture. It's a disaster of a movie. It's not a movie, as a matter of fact. It is a fucking fever dream. It's an insane fever dream from maniacs who've escaped the asylum, and they found a camera, and they're like, you know what we should do? Before we eat everybody, let's make a movie in this abandoned shack. And that's what they try to do. It is a mess. It is not funny. It's not entertaining. It's painful, Aaron. And it absolutely belongs as part of the Voyage, I will say there are sequels that are not made by Barry J. Gillis. As far as I know, there's at least 4. I think there might be 5 Things movies, and I have a feeling they're gonna be worse. So just like Death Toilet, this may become the Things show. Painful shit, man. Look, charming, yes. Entertaining, no. This is a really bad movie. But because it is such an iconic piece of bad movie cinema, I can't absolutely say is bottom of the barrel trash. Because if somebody were to ask me, what's a good example of a shitty monster movie? I think Lady Shasha brought up Deadly Spawn, another amazing film. That's an example of how you do it right. Good characters, good monsters, a clear story, and you put your heart in the right place, and you make a really amazing little movie. This is the opposite. This is like, the theory of twins. Like if there's twins, one is going to be Danny DeVito, and one's going to be Arnold Schwarzenegger. This Things is the Danny DeVito in that equation, and Deadly Spawn is the Arnold Schwarzenegger. No offense, I love Danny DeVito, he's amazing, but you get what I'm saying. But it is a crown jewel in bad movie cinema, so I can't burn it to the ground. I'm gonna give it 1 barrel because
I think it needs that like crown of 0.
It's it's a crown of diarrhea, but I think I can't disrespect it in that way. So I'm gonna go, I think 1 barrel. It's not a half, but it's a bad movie, but it's one of those movies that I actually would foist this on other people. So 1 barrel from me.
All right. Like.
Bullet, you're muted.
You're muted.
There, is that working?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know how I did that. Well, I'm trying to figure out what I can say that's good about this movie, and it's tough. I like the font they used for the title card. I really like the font. Oh man, I hated it so much. I hated this movie, but it's so confusing to me because I do remember appreciating it more when I watched it like 20 years ago. So I'm gonna give it a half a barrel.
Okay.
Yep. I like the font, and if I wouldn't have rewatched it and just went off of how I remembered it, holy shit, I probably would have given it 3.
Yeah.
But half a barrel.
I ruined so many childhoods tonight with this.
I almost didn't rewatch it. I was like, you know what? I remember most of that. The fuck I did. I don't remember shit. But yeah, half a barrel.
Doc.
So, like I said, I found the movie a lot of fun, but I watched it at 1.5 speed, which probably added to that because it just went through the slow parts a little bit faster. But the dialogue made those slow points entertaining. Like, I mean, it had lines like, "Next time I take you with me, I'm leaving you at home." And after the guy gets hit in the head with the hammer, he says, "Well, that's not the way I wanted to get hammered." Yeah, the soundtrack I actually kind of enjoyed because it was kind of bad and trippy like the movie was. And I kind of like that kind of music a little bit.
You might soundtrack.
It's a little bit torturous. They really wanted to let us know too, right at the start, that it was Strychnine that made that soundtrack. I just tried looking it up on Spotify. You mentioned that they were selling the soundtrack, so I was curious if it would be on there. I couldn't find it, but there were like 6 artists named Strychnine, spelled exactly the same, and looking for things on there. There's a lot of them.
All are probably better than
Yeah. I'm kind of curious now about the sequels and if they also watch better at 1.5 speed. But
Everything
I
does.
think I'm gonna give it 3 barrels.
Wow.
Whoa.
Because I was entertained. On a second watch, I might not be, but who knows? Sometimes I like torturing people who come to my house, kind of like our friend here, and showing them bad movies. A favorite of mine to show people is Deathstalker 2. And
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Good choice, actually.
Fun fact: they are remaking Deathstalker, and it comes out in November.
Yeah, I heard. I'm actually
Yeah, it
excited.
looks fucking dope too. It looks fucking awesome.
All right,
that was-
Prof. Oh, sorry. No, go ahead.
nope, that was it.
So this thing exists in a world that doesn't need it to exist. I'm glad I didn't watch it as a child because it couldn't be ruined. Because I have this theory now, because everybody who's talked about watching it when they were younger, I think maybe you have to be younger to enjoy it. Because when you're younger, you don't question things as much. You don't try to figure out things. You're just like, oh yeah, this is a fun ride. And it's not like that as an adult, because as an adult, you're going, what is happening? There is nothing going on here. And I'm not gonna be nice. I'm not gonna give this half a barrel or 1 barrel because nostalgia or because I didn't watch it when I was younger. So guess what? 0 barrels. And like I said, I'm never recommending it. I'm never watching it again. I hate this fucking movie. I'm done.
Okay, so everybody, we have to find Things apparel and just send it to Professor. Things t-shirts, Things pants, all Things socks.
Contact Barry. I'm sure he has a.
Oh,
He made
yeah.
a game. He made like a game. I'm not sure if it's a video game or like a card game out of things. By the way, I'm not joking. That's the
God.
thing. Lady Sasha, what's your score?
1 barrel for the nostalgia and for the practical effects. And I'm glad Bullet brought up the title cards, because I wrote in my notes that reminded me of being in audiovisual club back in the 80s in middle school, and being so excited when we made those title cards back on an IBM computer. You guys don't know the struggle. You guys today don't know. You'll never understand the struggle. Oh, Gen X struggle learning the very first version of Photoshop. Y'all will never ever understand. Do you understand what drag and drop has done for you? I feel like crying because you guys don't know. You don't know. Yeah, one barrel.
1 barrel. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not as going to be as nice either as a lot of you guys are. One thing, I'm not sure if you've ever watched like Matchcast the DVD, but there's this thing on the back about special features, and it says George Romero talks about the classic things, and like as a couple like different people. So what happened was Barry J. Gillis ambushed people at a convention, showed him his movie, told them it was a classic, and made them talk about it on camera. This
Wow.
is the way this guy is. No, is it a classically bad film? Yes. Would I watch this again? I'm a masochist. Yeah, I probably would. Does it have diminishing results during when I'm watching the film before not watching it again, but as I'm watching it? Yes. The best thing I can do for this film is give it a 0, because it is a cult classically bad film, but there are cult classically bad films that I can watch in a good way. And there's some Canadian ones that I'll show you guys down the road. But this is not a representation of Canada in any way. It is. It made me a little sad, and I almost gave it a half point for the mullets, because I got to rock those mullets. But nope, not getting it. Doesn't deserve it. You put your coat in the refrigerator. People are going to think that's a Canadian thing to do. It's not. Not a Canadian thing to do. There is no BCL channel in Canada. Sorry if that's going to disappoint some people. But I just got to take that out of the equation. You're not going to get it. Don't come to Canada for that. Please come for the beer. That's what we're good for. But the things is It's a 0. I have a love-hate relationship. I love to hate it, and I hate to love it. Yeah, that's my score for things.
As an aside, Professor, I think this is what you should do. Give it 10 years, watch the movie again, and then you might love it. You might have that weird flip flop that me and Bullet Blake had. Yeah.
You know what? Fuck no.
Yes.
There was someone in the chat that said they love when Blake rants, like they just are here just to hear him rant.
I do. That's why I picked these movies, by the way.
And that is, pardon me, that is ultimately the point of the show. We are at the end of season 4, my friends. A tumultuous season, a rebuilding year, and it looks like season 5 may also be a rebuilding year. Professor, do you want to tell us what's going on?
So today is my last episode on the panel. I've got some other projects that have started. I'm doing some writing, and I'm collaborating with somebody else on YouTube to start doing some voice acting on their channel. So that's going to start taking up some time. And voice acting is great because I got a face for radio. So yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. We should say what it is, though. Professor is going to be writing the big budget Things film for Blumhouse.
Yeah, they gave me about $2,000 to write it, and it's coming to theaters never.
But you're going to call it Things with a Z at the end, so it's a little different, you know?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Well, Professor,
Didn't Sterling do those?
He did. Yeah, that's who did the other Things movies. Sterling. Professor, you're always welcome back. You always have a home here. You'll be missed. But thanks for joining us on the ride as long as you did. Again, open door for you, my friend.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I love doing this, and I wish I had more energy to keep doing it and do the other things, but I do not. I'm sorry.
And let's say months down the line, we need a spot. Can we reach out to you? Hey, are you free this day to watch some shitty movies with us?
Oh yeah. I'm always open. You know, if you need somebody to help fill out the panel, I'll come back.
Okay, fantastic. So it's so long for now, but not goodbye forever. We are at the end of season 4, which means we have to crown a winner. And the winner will host the start of season 5. I have compiled the list of all the zeros that we have gotten this season. I think we had the most zeros of any season. We have Cool Cat saves the kids. Gramps goes to college. Cool as Ice because it technically has a 5, but because that was a very strange episode, and we all decided that only core members should decide the ranking. So, Cool as Ice has a 0, and then Vampire in Beijing has a 0 as well.
Shit, I forgot about that one.
Yeah. So
I tried to.
I think we'll just go around and you guys vote which was your worst. And then I'll keep a tally, and then that person, either me or Blake, will win and kick off season 5. All right, Aaron, I think you've seen all these.
Yeah, I did. I was there for every one of these episodes.
Okay.
Out of all these, what gave me the most pain?
What was the worst one? Cool Cat, Gramps, Cool as Ice, Vampire in Beijing.
The most mean-spirited one is Gramps goes to college. I never watched that again. The Cool Cats was painful, but because this had a budget and should have been better, and it had actors in it, Cool as Ice. When you have that much going behind you and you still are this bad, you've failed on every possible way.
Okay, one for Cool as Ice. I don't know if I should. I don't know if I should abstain because I've got 3 movies in the running. Blake, how about you and I abstain? And we'll go to. And if we have to break a tie, then we'll fight it out. We'll knife fight it out. Professor Cinema, go ahead. Cool Cat, Gramps, Cool as Ice, Vampire in Beijing.
So, I'm it's a bit of a tough choice, but the one that was most painful out of all these zeros, I would have to say, is Gramps, and it's just it was not good, and it was rough. It was rough, and I do like to watch a lot of Christian movies, and even I'm going even somebody like me who likes those movies going, this is not a good one, then you're SOL. You're shit out of luck. It's a terrible movie. I don't recommend it to anybody.
Okay, one for Gramps. Lady Shasha.
2 for Gramps, because I would rather be strapped to a chair with my eyelids open watching the entire unabridged Neil Breen collection in order than ever have to watch Gramps Goes to College again. Even Cool as Ice was more entertaining than Gramps Goes to College. Cool Cat's rapping and his rock song were more entertaining than Gramps Goes to College. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so that's 2 for Gramps, 1 for Cool as Ice. Blake, what was your least favorite?
Vampire in Beijing was probably the worst one for me. I think I hated that one as much as Gramps. I think those are basically even to me. But Vampire in Beijing, like, I forgot about that because I think I just blacked it out from my memory. But holy fuck, that was bad. but yeah, they're equally bad to me. So no way is Cool as Ice worse than any of these. Get the fuck out of here.
Budget, man. You had a budget.
I like nah.
Okay. As for me, A Vampire in Beijing was painful. Gosh, fuck, it's gotta be Gramps. I think Gramps was really bad because Cool Cat has so much fucking lore now that I've dug into. I'm like, damn, there's so much Cool Cat bullshit that I'm kind of in love with the Cool Cat mythos. Which, by the way, there's 1,000 YouTube videos on the Cool Cat creator and all the weird things he tried to do. Go look into that; it's fascinating. That's 3 for Gramps, 1 for Cool as Ice, and 1 for Vampire in Beijing. Gramps Goes to College is the official winner of season 4.
Deserves it.
Doc Kaiju, you haven't joined us for those episodes, but are you familiar with any of these movies?
I saw trailers for Gramps Goes to College and the Cool Cat movie, so I'm gonna abstain.
Copy that. Well, there you go. So I'm honored to take the crown and kick off season 5. Thank you so much, and I promise to take it easy for season 5. I swear I'll be very kind.
Why do I not trust this?
No, I'm seriously. What I'm gonna do is actually find kind of fun movies that I think we only. I'm not kidding. I'm really gonna take it easy. So what I'd like to do, Aaron, I'm going to be sharing my screen with you. I've got an IMDb link. I've shared it right now. It should be at the bottom of your little windows.
Right.
And it's Halloween. It's Halloween season. It's gonna be October. So let's watch some spooky Halloween movies. I think we'll start with The Town Without Halloween. Mainly because I think it has the stupidest poster I could find. And
oh wow!
Like, yep.
You're not wrong. That's pretty fucking stupid.
I'm like, this looks great to me. The Town Without Halloween, and then Halloween doesn't always have to be spooky, right? It doesn't have to be scary. It could be fun. It can be kind of silly and playful, like The Dog Who Saved Halloween.
Oh my fuck!
Oh god, no. There's a whole series of these movies, man. They're painful.
I think I've seen one of them before.
I think, you know what, guys? Dean Cain is in this, okay? Dean Cain.
God.
Dean Cain, he is now working with ICE, but before he worked with ICE, he saved Halloween.
I understand when they finish throwing everybody else out, they're gonna throw him out too.
Well, pretty much, yeah. Look, this movie has the most insane cast ever. Dean Cain, fucking Blossom, Mayim Bialik, Lance Henriksen, and Joey Lawrence. This can't be bad, guys. This can't be bad. Blake, smile, bro. There's a cat. Look at the little kitty cat, dude. It's gonna be fantastic. Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
Dean Cain's in all the Dog Who Saved movies, by the way.
Maybe I should take back all my zeros. Let's take back all my zeros.
This is gonna
So
be
much for
fun.
taking it easy on us, man.
Guys, this is gonna be a fun Halloween adventure. We got the Dog Who Saved Halloween. Look how cute he is. He has a little hat on, and then we've got this, which looks like it could be the ultimate Halloween adventure. I mean, this looks like a blast. Professor, are you sure you don't want to come back? Come on, man. Look at this. You're gonna miss out on this.
Why do you hate me?
Well, because you want to come back, right?
No, not
Because
for
you're
this.
like, oh,
No,
I'm gonna miss out on this. Oh no.
no, I'm gonna be happy that I'm not coming back for this. I'm gonna enjoy not watching bad movies for a while.
Oh, Professor. Oh well. Anyway, so that will be October. Sometime we'll decide the date off air. But there you go. The Town Without Halloween and The Dog Who Saved Halloween coming at ya at the top of season 5 in October. Next episode on my channel. Okay. Aaron, I think that's it. Let's have everybody sign off.
Alrighty. Let's here for a sec. I guess one at a time. We'll get everybody to say what they're doing, and we'll go around with Lady Sasha.
Okay, I gotta post it because it's been heavy. I have a true story behind the Conjuring Last Rites video up where I just reacted to some documentaries about the Smurl family. It includes some footage of Lorraine Warren and the Smurl household, as well as some interview footage of Ed and Lorraine talking about the succubus that was attacking Jack Smurl, it's pretty interesting. Just this past week, Tony Man and I did what we watched last weekend, which we talked about the 2025 Toxic Avenger, as well as the Conjuring Last Rites film. On Friday, I did a watch along of the TV movie called The Haunted, which was the movie made about the Smurl family haunting before The Conjuring Last Rites. I think it originally aired on ABC or something, but it was pretty interesting. Then coming up this week, I have Horror Week. Every Wednesday night I do Horror Week, which is a news and commentary program about just upcoming horror, upcoming sci-fi, updates, that sort of thing. And then this week's what we watched last weekend, we're going to talk about The Long Walk, because we have a screening to go to tomorrow night for the Long Walk, as well as Alien Earth episodes 4, 5, and 6. We already did episodes 1, 2, and 3, so we're going to come back and do 4, 5, and 6. So that's what I have coming up. Did I forget anything? Oh, yes. I have a live stream where I'm going to do a live cosplay tutorial. And it's going to be a how-to on how to make yourself look as iconic as Aunt Gladys from Weapons. Everything that you need to know if you want to look like Aunt Gladys.
Love it.
Mm-hmm.
I got to ask, for The Long Walk, are you going to one of the theaters that has the
treadmills?
Yeah.
I don't know yet. I know that they're making us go all the way out to Disney Springs for the screening. So I'm guessing they probably are going to do something special.
Just keep that thing going. I got to be, 3 miles an hour or something. Keep watching the movie. Keep out.
If they do, I'll take some video of it and I'll either post it on YouTube. Well, most likely Instagram and TikTok.
Nice.
I can't wait to see that, actually.
Yeah.
I don't think I could do it. But
I've been listening to the audiobook of The Long Walk, and I keep falling asleep on the chapters. But every time I wake up, it's the young boy talking about how hard his dick is. And I'm like, what is this book about?
What the hell?
I wake up.
Why do you wake up at that exact moment?
How are you guys walking in your constant state of erection? Like, what is this book?
I'm bothered by the fact that that's in the book, and I'm bothered by the fact that you wake up every time for that exact stuff.
That's why I can't listen to books on tape. They just make me fall asleep. No matter how intently I'm listening, it's like pure ambient. But I am excited to watch the movie.
All right, so Professor Cinema, we know that you got some stuff coming up with the voice acting. I'm super amazed with that.
Yes.
Yeah, we're planning on some of that coming out, the beginning of it coming out next spring. I got to pick up I need a new microphone because this one's not quite good enough for what he wants. I don't know how much he wants me to talk about it yet because it's so far away.
Understandable.
But it should be fun. It's sort of it's gonna be like science fiction social satire is what he's describing it as. So it should be fun. And I think a lot of people will sort of get into that type of thing.
That's
All
great.
right.
And PC, I didn't know that you did voice acting. I'm gonna reach out to you for some stuff.
That's fine. This is the first thing that I've done. I've done stage acting before, and it was a lot of fun. I like being on stage, but I've got nerve damage in my legs now, so I can't do stage stuff. And this allows me to continue acting in a way that I have fun with.
Amazing.
I can hear it actually. I can, like, as a voice actor, I can definitely see it.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Congratulations. Let us know when it gets close. We can actually say stuff.
Sure,
And,
yeah. And then if you want to bad talk it, that's fine. I don't mind being insulted.
Oh, good.
Do you know?
Great.
Here's quick story. I was almost a part of an educational software.
Oh,
because acting again. I was a whale. I was going to be a whale for a series of like education software. Yeah, I was going to be this whale. Just like I was not sure it's a humpback whale or something like that. I had my whale voice down. I was going to do it, and a car broke down, and they were like, "We got to do it today. This has to be done today." And I'm like, "I can't get there today." So the whale had no voice, but the software's still around somewhere. So
I
muted
love
the
that. I love that sloth voice that you did on one of some of your videos where you do like the hit the subscribe button or whatever. I love your sloth. It's funny.
oh, that took so long. That was like fucking hours.
Jesus.
It is like Professor Cass Cinema will know. Voice acting is serious fucking work.
yeah. We've done some tests of different voices because I'm doing 3 different characters, and when I first started, it was really rough because I was having a hard time getting enough distance between the 3 voices to make sure that they were different. And at a point, he was trying to get me to switch between them mid-conversation, and I am not that good yet. So a lot of this is just sort of working on it because I've never done anything quite like this before.
Start of a new career. That's it.
Mhm.
When you're the next Tara Strong, we were there first. All right, Doc Kaiju, what's coming up, man?
Tell us
All
about
right.
your evil plans.
Yes, my evil plans. Well, I like to put out a lot of monster propaganda. You make people think that monsters is something that are kind of cool. This way, when I invade the earth, I'll have people that are willing to worship the giant beasts that I bring, and maybe me as well. Because why not? But also on Friday nights, I tend to co-host From Academy with Julie B Deep Dives, where we do deep dives into certain aspects of the show and we've taken a break for the past few weeks because Julie's on an extended vacation, but she should be back soon. So I don't know if we're starting back up this upcoming Friday or the Friday after with that. And also, me and a friend are starting up what we're calling the CAC show, the Kaiju and Critter show. And we are starting a channel for that, but we're probably going to have to start doing lives on my channel. Our first one will be on next Sunday, and we will be covering Shin Godzilla.
Oh, nice. I like From, by the way, a lot. So
Yeah.
first season, especially Shaman Jumner,
Oh,
priest character, it's super cool.
do we have time for me to show you something? Tony Man got me something
Yeah, get it out.
for Christmas.
Let's see it.
I have my little talisman now.
Nice.
So
Keep
you're
the
safe.
creatures out. Yes.
You're keeping it in a box. It's not doing you no good in there.
Yeah, I know. I don't want it to break, so I wanted to make sure I had a good place to hang it up because I also live with cats, and cats love to oh, fuck this shit. They don't
Brings it to
care.
the line, but brings it
Yeah.
to the line. Oh, sweetie, they don't work like that.
Mhm.
Do you remember?
One of the best pod episodes, like that with the RV.
Mhm.
So good.
Bullet Blake, man, what's coming your way?
Yeah, I have a 3-month-old, so I haven't had the most time to do stuff, but I have a couple reviews that I want to film. I have a Fessenden video that I'm working on. I have another video that I started working on. Well, I didn't start filming it yet, but I have an idea for a video. I think I brought it up here before, but I'm not going to mention it too much until I'm actually done with it now. So, but it's going to be a fun one, and everyone here is going to appreciate it.
Okay.
Is that a threat?
Side note, yeah, you don't have to say what you thought, but have you watched all the Fessenden movies? I mean, at least the first two.
I watched the first two. Yes.
I'm I just finished Habit. Fucking sucks. I'm not a Fessenden fan. No, thank you. And the second box, horrible movies. So enjoy that shit. Enjoy that. Coming at you. Terrible. Anyway, sorry. Continue. Anything else?
No, that's it. I mean, like my channel is basically just going to be the unboxings from whatever I buy from Vinegar Syndrome, Shout Factory. Those will be like, obviously I make time for those because I want to open them as soon as I get them, but the reviews just take a little longer and I put probably too much effort into them, but yeah.
Okay,
That's
great. As for me, you know, it's busy now, but it's gonna get busier maybe in the next week or so. I've got 2 movies in the horizon that I'll one that I'm 100% directing, one that is up in the air as to whether I'll be directing or not, but it is happening. I can't mention that one, but I will, for those who've stayed to the end, mention that my next movie will be an erotic thriller, and it will be
I'm starring in it.
What? Oh, are you? Wait, you're starring in it?
Yeah, there.
I got it. Wait, is there actually going to be boobs in it? Because I feel like
There
your
will
movies
be-
don't have enough boobs.
Dude, there's boobs on page 1, motherfucker.
All right.
Can you also add some dicks?
I cannot. That is
Are you
the
doing
one
an
thing
alien theme?
I'm not doing an alien theme. It is. I will say it's science fiction, but it's an erotic thriller, a sci-fi erotic thriller, tons of nudity, and it's one of those things where like I went so far, and then the producers were like, just go add this and this. I'm like, okay, and I just kept adding nudity. So yeah, it'll be very different for me. But I'm very happy with the script. I think it's really good. I think it's actually an emotional story, and titties. So I'll be working on that in September, and then in October I've got hopefully this bigger project, which hopefully I can announce eventually, fairly soon. So I'll be busy with those professionally. As for YouTube, I'll be covering the Vinegar Syndrome Black Friday thing, which will happen towards the end of the month. But that'll be it. The channel is basically just for the big sale events and voyages, which will be happening in October over on my channel.
That's great timing because Shudder just released a documentary that's about what happened to the erotic thrillers of the 90s.
I want to see that so bad, actually.
Yeah.
I'm a massive erotic thriller fan. I love that. It's the most underrepresented genre. Like,
Yeah.
why didn't Vinegar Syndrome? Why isn't that what we're getting from Vinegar Syndrome, by the way, instead of the stuff we're getting now? Like, not to go on a rant, but rant. What the hell, Vinegar Syndrome?
Vinegar Syndrome doesn't know what to add these days. Their shit is all over the place. They don't know what they're doing anymore. Like I feel like they had a plan for like the first couple of years because they were doing like the redoing like pornos and stuff like that, and then they were doing just bad movies. But now they're doing just weird shit and stuff that they didn't really have any real meaning. Like I love the Roadhouse box set, but that's not really within VS wheelhouse. I think that was completely out of the box. So yeah, they don't know what they're doing.
It's a mess, but I think people got scared of nudity. That's the one thing I know from the industry. People were like, "Oh, nudity. Everything's protected. You need to have a, I forget what it's called now, but
intimacy coordinator."
Yeah, you have to have an intimacy coordinator. Like, okay, so he's gonna touch your shoulder, and then you're gonna kiss, and that's fine. I get that. I want everybody to be comfortable. We're not making a gross thing here. But that's what happened. The industry got scared of nudity. It became a thing where you couldn't sell it, and it's coming back around now, thanks to stuff like The Substance, which is like, I mean, that's a big element of that movie. It's a good movie on its own, but that fact that they went there makes it more powerful. So nudity's coming back in a big way. I think, and that's more important than like gore. Gore coming back.
Speaking of The Substance,
it's pretty.
I love Margaret Qualley. I love her. I loved her mom too. I had the biggest crush on her mom in the 90s.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Aaron, what's going on over your channel?
Well, I'm preparing for next month, which is October. I've done a bunch of collecting dive videos talking about FOMO, talking about whether things get too pricey. Hopefully, not late October, early November, I'm unboxing that big fucking ass Halloween set that Imprints come out because I'm that madman that picked that up.
Wait, is it the one that's shaped like the pumpkin?
Yeah, 78 pumpkin replica. You damn
Yeah,
sure I'm getting that.
I just covered it on my on Horror Week last week. I showed
did you?
everybody the images that they dropped of the pumpkin and the steelbook set and the price tag on that. Oh, I'm excited that you have that. So you're gonna do an unboxing?
Oh yeah. Like it's got the steel on the back with the steelbook, the spines with the Michael Myers with the knife. I'm like, yeah. It was one of those announcements because I was already buying Imprint stuff. I had like around $400 or $500 put away for Imprint because that was gonna be my Christmas thing. And I got up and I saw it there. I'm like, oh, this is I really want this, but I'm not sure. My better half gets up and I'm thinking, oh, she's gonna like shut this down right away. She looked at it, took the keyboard. She said, you will regret it if you don't buy this. And then she ordered it. So yes, I got a good better half. I am very appreciative of that. Yeah, and I'll be doing some Halloween stuff. Not quite sure about everything yet. I'm actually working on that right now. Every year at Halloween, I bring in people and I talk about a franchise or two. Last year, I did Halloween and I did Friday the 13th, and I think I did Bloody Murder. So there'll be some different stuff this year, and there may be some Hammer horror. I'm looking into that.
I'm a big fan of the Hammer films. They are fantastic. And then I think there's a new Hammer film coming, isn't there?
They're back in action, but I don't know when.
Yeah, I don't know when. I heard about it, but I don't know when it's coming. But I'm super excited.
I love this. I mean, like I pre-ordered the Curse of Frankenstein one when that came out because it's their first Gothic, man. It's the one that started it all. And I had to go to incognito page on my computer to let me to order it. Like even though it was going to the UK, I wouldn't go. Like I said, not in your territory. Put on my VPN, still not in your territory. So I go to incognito, finally I can order it. And I'm like trying to get it in because there's like bonuses and all this type of stuff. But yeah, so unboxings, late October. This month in September, there's a few things coming up. I've got another, you can keep only 10. If guys haven't seen that one, that's basically you're on an island. You can have 10 of these boutique labels, 9 Blu-rays, 1 box set. What do you choose? I've gone through a lot of them. I got a couple more that I'm doing for this month. And on my Patreon, I'm doing comment section once a month where basically I pick people's comments from some videos and I respond to them in the video. And I started up something called Chat with Gusto, which is I get my Dolce Gusto machine. I open up and get a cappuccino or a hot chocolate and I talk about a topic. And I talk about it for the length of time it takes me to drink that drink. The first episode was Halloween 2007 because the anniversary was on August 31st. That's what I'm doing. That's it, guys. I've shilled enough. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming in. Thank you, Doc Kaiju, for joining us, man. It has been an honor. And
thank you so much for having me.
Mr. Cinema, I feel like I'm just getting to know you, and I'm so sad that I feel like I'm coming in and you're like going out. And I'm like, when I first saw that message, I was like, oh my God, did I like drive somebody away from the channel?
No, that's not what happened at all. No.
Did it was things that bad? But
I mean, it was, but it didn't drive me away.
I'm glad it's for positive reasons. Blake, Lady Sasha, as always, it's amazing. And Master Chaos, you're pretty good too, man. You're pretty good too.
Thank you.
I cannot wait to see the boobs. I'm down there for the boob. Next time I'm doing an erotic film, though.
It will be my favorite movie he makes. I'm pretty.
It's already 5 stars. There you go.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah. And Kaiju, by the way, you're welcome anytime to come on back, man. If you had a good time.
Oh, thank you. And if you're ever interested, we're thinking about covering the Mega Shark series at some point too.
I wrote one of those.
Yeah, I know. I watched it last night. It was good.
Ah, nice. Okay, cool. Yeah, absolutely. I could tell you all about the making of that because I don't hold back. I will tell you the truth.
Awesome.
Great. I guess that's a wrap on season 4. I hold the crown. I will wield it. I will wield it with empathy, my friends. I promise.
I don't believe you. But
All right, you can sign us out, Aaron. We're done.
all right, everybody, thanks
you.
for
Have a
coming
great
in
night,
tonight.
everyone.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Good night.